Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and Attention Coach Jeff Copper, and I'm here with ADHD marriage consultant Melissa Orlock. Melissa, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
I know I like to try to help people in a relationship, but I'm hearing from you sometimes that's not a good thing.
Right. Under certain circumstances, you think, well, of course I should be helping my partner. But there are times when it doesn't work, and specifically, those are the times when your help actually sort of diminishes the other partner. So it takes something away. You start to take responsibility for something that your partner should be doing.
An example of that?
Sure. So there's a lot of it. It turns into sort of this parent-child thing that I'm talking about, where you say, oh, you know, if I want to get this done, I'm going to do it. I'll just help my partner and I'll do it. And that, whatever the thing is, the household responsibility or whatever, you know, when you first start doing it, it's great. But when you have kids and you move further into your life and the ADHD symptoms have been playing around in your relationship for a while, it can be really difficult, because what ends up happening is the more organized partner, usually a non-ADHD partner, is in a situation where they are taking on all of the responsibility, and it ends up as a source of resentment, hard feelings, disrespect. Because it's easy, if somebody's offering to help you, what are you going to say? No, don't help me?
Yep.
Particularly
Yep.
if it's hard,
Yeah.
which for ADHD partners, if it's an organizational thing or something like that, it can be very hard. So they end up saying, you know, sure, of course, you can help me, that's great, thanks. And then, you know, or you just don't even ask after a while, you just do it if you're the non-ADHD partner. Definitely not helpful.
This is interesting. This is just a metaphor, but I had a very good friend of mine, I mean, very, very close friend of mine, who had a bit of a drinking problem. And his wife started going to AA, and they were telling him, it's like, when he passes out on the ground, don't help him by putting him into bed. Just put a blanket on top of him where they are. I mean, you can have compassion, but you don't want to help him because you're just kind of hiding it. And we're not talking about quite the same thing, but the metaphor is sometimes you have to be aware that you can't solve all the problems and you've got to let them figure it out. Is that?
Right, well, so what you're talking about is enabling and codependency,
Oh,
right?
good distinction.
Yeah, so there, by putting him in bed or taking him home and sort of fixing his problem for him so that he had the minimal number of repercussions, she was enabling his drinking and keeping him from moving to a place of better recovery.
I like that. That's why I do this. I learned so much, like an aha moment on this kind of thing. So two very important things to do, and be very mindful of it, because both, I mean, for a relationship to thrive, really, you've got to be careful, mindful of both of these.
Exactly. So it happens much more frequently. That's a more extreme example that you were giving, though a very real one. But and we have, you know, so there are couples that have drinking issues with ADHD, many of them. And it's appropriate to be able to say to your partner, you know, I don't really like being with you when you're drinking. And so not as a punishment for you, but as a way for me to stay healthy and to continue to feel positive feelings about you. I'm actually not gonna, for example, sleep in this bedroom tonight. I don't want to be with you when you're drunk. So I'm going elsewhere. It's not about punishment. It's about me. You know, so you can draw those kinds of boundaries, and that's one way of not helping. You know, if you just sit there and you go, I really hate this, but you're sort of helping your partner do something. That's enabling. So I'm talking about tasks, and I'm talking about you know, jumping in. Well, you're not doing this fast enough, so I'll do it for you, or whatever. There, what you do is you shut down the ADHD partner's ability to learn how to put into place those structures that you work with all the time when you're teaching people and when you coach. And they really need to learn those structures. You want them to be an equal partner. And if they never learn the structures, eventually they will become an unequal partner in their relationship. They'll become a less than partner who's deemed not capable, not trustworthy,
And that leads into the whole parent-child relationship that we've talked about before. All you have to do is search Attention Talk Video, Melissa Orlock, and we got a whole bunch of stuff that kind of speaks to that. So I really appreciate this. Is really sage advice. Encourage you guys to actually listen to this again. I know I will be, because I'm learning a lot here. And so with that, thanks for coming on the show.
You are welcome.
Everybody, Melissa's website is on the bottom of the screen here. Go check it out. There's a lot of great resources. So hope you've enjoyed this edition. Take care.